on the channel, AEW Unrivaled Series 6, Chris Jericho. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another AEW Unrivaled Series 6 unboxing and review. And today, we've got Chris Jericho, really the guy that kicked AEW off and put him on the map, if you ask me, and a guy that's no stranger to AEW Unrivaled line, as we did get him in Series 1, 1A and 1B technically. We also got him in the little bit of the bubbly pack, which really is a strong pack, but I think it looks better mint on card than open, because he does have that very light skin. I don't know, I almost called it the light skin disease from AEW, but not quite that. It's just a paint application issue, and they did correct that in the 1B series. But really, this is the first corrected paint, corrected skin tone color, mainstream, on the pegs figure of Chris Jericho in the AEW line. I know some people have said, we don't need this Jericho. Well, guess what? We're going to get tons of Jericho. We know we got an Amazon exclusive Jericho to come. I got to think we're going to get an LJN Jericho for sure. We're going to get more chases. We're going to get more Jerichos, because he is, by all intents and purposes, the most well-known AEW wrestler there is. I mean, I would have to think he's just had such a long storied career between ECW, WCW, WWF, WWE, AEW, Japan. He's been everywhere. He's been around a long time, and he's one of the pillars, one of the Mount Rushmores of AEW at this time. There's no doubting that. But we're going to do it like we normally do it. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We'll even compare him to the 1B Jericho, because that is the better one with the better corrected coloring. It should match this coloring. We'll see if it actually does. But let's take a look at the packaging first. We got Jericho with the AEW title belt as his accessory. No extra heads, no hands, no soft goods. Really a plain Jane figure. He did need that title belt. One thing is good is, and we've seen it with Jax, we see it with Mattel, we get title belts on a consistent basis. So you're going to see this AEW title probably every couple of series, just to get it out there. It makes sense. It's also a selling point for some figures that maybe wouldn't sell as well. Maybe, later on down the line when Jericho's had many releases, they might put another Jericho out there, and people might say, I don't need that Jericho, but then he might come with a belt or a special accessory as a point to make people buy him that maybe would not. So that's just a tactic out there. You got to do everything you can to get all the sales you need. Like we said with AEW, they've been flying off the pegs for the most part. I know my area isn't the same as everybody else, and we always talk about it. The Houston, Chicago, LA, New York, Philadelphia, the major areas, you got so many people, you're going to be having a tough time to find any figures. But you come to the Midwest where things are more a little bit spread out. I mean, I have like 12 Walmarts and 8, 10 Targets, something like that, in my driving area from where I live. I can find everything. I don't know if there's ever a figure that has absolutely defeated me at retail. I'm also a different cat, because guess what? I love the thrill of the hunt. I love the disappointment hitting stores. I don't value my time enough. I really should value my time more, but I've been hunting for figures since I was a little kid, so I like it. Sometimes those disappointing and those hot garbage days in the stores, those absolutely suck. But then when you hit gold, it makes those days all worth it. And that's how I view figure hunting. It's a sport for me. It's a sport. It is. It's no different than golf. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. Golf, bowling, figure hunting, they should all be Olympic sports at this point. But anyways, where are we going? Where are we going with this? But there's Jericho down at the bottom there. You got a little glamour shot. He's got his old handkerchief. Just wearing that. That was kind of his look. He still does that a little bit. Looks a little weird to me, but hey, who am I to judge? People probably think I look weird too. AEW logo up top. We know the familiar packaging. We talked about Jericho. He's got the belt. He got that gold background. This is the series of the gold, the black and gold. As we know, he's got the black and gold outfit going on. He is number 45 in the line. You got the AEW logo. AEW logo on this side. Warnings down there. Nobody cares about. And then you got the back. You got the old glamour shot up top. The old autograph. The AEW logo. Promoting the rest of Series 6. Let's see. This picture is from, and this figure is from Revolution 2/29/2020, Chicago, Illinois. Watch AEW All Elite Wrestling Dynamite. Check your local listings. Okay, I think I will. All right, let's get down to the old brass tacks. Let's see what's going on with this Jericho figure. Let's see if it's everything our dreams and hopes were made of. We'll pop him out. You guys know I open these like an absolute maniac. There's no going back once we start. See you later. Goodbye. Oh, we got a little piece. See you later. How about a little plastic prison? There's old Jericho. He's got his belt. He's got himself, and that's all he needs. That's all he needs. All right, let's punch it out. See you later. Goodbye. All right, how we got this belt? Oh, we got a little rubber band action. Let me cut this rubber band off. I should keep it because it looks good with the belt kind of draped over him like that. This rubber band is all over the place. Oh, we got 2 rubber bands. He's a 2 rubber band guy. They're holding this in. Like I said, I should have probably saved these, but, you know, it is what it is. AEW belt we've had before. The plastic on this is extremely thin. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could literally tear this if I really wanted to. I wish they would strengthen up that a little bit. But it is what it is. You got the AEW title. We've seen this before, but it's always good to have these. As you guys know, when the title changes and stuff, it's not a bad thing to have some extra title belts of any title belt, as you can move them around to different figures and stuff like that. For the most part, a good title belt. I am not a title belt purist. I know there's really fancy aftermarket belts you can buy that people make and stuff like that. That's not for me. I don't like spending $20 to $30 just on a title belt. I like figures. I like the action figures. I'm not going to spend more than an action figure for the belt. That's just me. I know some of you guys do that, though. And it's whatever trips your trigger, as they say. Holy cow, the elbow on this one is the worst one yet. Extremely loose. They got to find a way to fix those elbows. I'm a broken record at this point, but I guess if somebody's got to say it, because we need to get these things fixed. And that's just it's just a critique. I mean, it's what I'm seeing here. It's not dogging the product at all. I think they could just easily improve these figures, all these figures, if they can just strengthen up those elbows. I just don't even me who just poses them a couple of times and puts them away, I feel scared with this. I can't imagine if I was in my playing days as a kid. And I was gentle with my toys, but I could see some of these arms breaking off, especially this Jericho that is extremely loose out of the package. It almost needs to be heated up and remolded in, as that pin is just nowhere near strong enough on this one. But that's the way it goes. We've been seeing it, and nothing's changed yet. I know action figures are a big ship. It's a big ship to turn. It's a lot different than food products. And that's where kind of my world is. Food products are really easy to change. If there's an ingredient bad or whatever, everything's made every single day. They're not made in huge batches. It's a fresh line. You can change things on a whim. Figures a lot tougher. You got to get the notes in and the changes and all that. So I get it, but man, we got to get this fixed. I hope Series 7, I can tell you guys, they finally fixed the elbows. We're turning that ship. I don't know if that'll happen, but I do like this Jericho. First impressions, I love the tattoo work. I think the colorful tattoos really pop on these figures. We said it with Rey Fenix. We said it with Penta. I like this a lot on Jericho. These are amazing tattoo work here. And it seems weird with Jericho. when I picture Jericho in my head, maybe it's just because I'm an old man, I don't picture tattoos on Jericho. It just seems so weird to me. I don't know if he has the Halloween tattoo on here, because you guys know I love my heavy metal, and I love some Halloween, and that's Jericho's favorite. He actually does have the Iron Maiden tattoo. He does have Eddie there. I do see the AC/DC cannon on there. Oh, we got the And Justice for All Metallica tattoo on there as well. Doesn't he have the Rolling Stones tongue tattoo? I don't see that on here, but I do see Eddie. I see AC/DC. I do see the pumpkin from Halloween on here. I wonder if they even got the Striper tattoo as well. So they did a pretty good job with these tattoos. I don't know how. I've never looked at Jericho's arm. I've never grabbed it when I've met him and said, "Hey, let me study your tattoos." But I think this is what they are, and I do like the idea of them doing that. Oh, you got the Queen tattoo as well. So I like that a lot. I don't know if there's legalities in that. I know we've had issues with Randy Orton's tattoos in video games and stuff. I don't know if there's legalities between the Iron Maiden camp, or if Iron Maiden would really even care. Rod Smallwood, I don't know if he'd go over after Jericho. I think they're kind of buddies. But you never know. But I do like that attention to detail. I've never really studied these tattoos before. And me being a metalhead and knowing what these are, some people are like, why does he have this pumpkin? Well, pumpkin is from the band Halloween, one of Germany's finest metal bands. I want out, they once said. Check out Halloween. I don't know about Striper. Striper's never really done a whole lot for me. I'm just not a Striper guy. AC/DC, I think, overrated. Nothing against them, but just for me, I don't think... I like them. I got all their stuff, but they're nowhere near my top 10 favorite bands of all time. Queen, very underrated. I think Queen Queen's a weird band where everybody knows Queen, everybody knows the hits, but they got some really deep cuts that maybe aren't as well known, especially in America. So Queen is a little underrated, if that's a possible thing. And then we all know about Metallica. And Justice for All is where Kyle joined the Metallica party. I absolutely loved And Justice for All. Then I went back and I found Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, Kill 'Em All. Kill 'Em All changed my life. It's still, to this day, my favorite Metallica album, which is crazy to people, because a lot of people either say Masters of Puppets or the Black Album. Well, 12-year-old, 11-year-old, whatever it was, Kyle, when he got the Black Album, he shed a little tear. He was one of those guys, and I was really young at the time, but it was just, it screamed sellout for Metallica, the Black Album. I get it. I understand why it happened. I'm sure they're happy. That made them a household name, everything else. It just was not for me. It's right with Saint Anger. It's probably one of my least favorite Metallica albums. As sacrilegious as that is to some people out there, it's just the way I feel. I do love Enter Sandman, though. I did love that song from the get-go, and then I guess the Sandman wrestling to it just, it stole my heart and never let go, and Sandman put that extra cherry on top. It is one of my favorite Metallica songs, but the rest of the album just, man, just doesn't do it for me. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. And Halloween has an amazing career. They just got a new album out. They've got all 3 singers back in the band. I saw them pre-COVID with all 3 singers in Chicago. Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing. You got to check out some Halloween and check out some Gamma Ray while you're at it. It's getting off into the metal talk. And then AC/DC, I could take them, I could leave them. You know, that's just me. But anyways, back to Jericho. He does have the scarf on him, which is a cool accessory. He seems to wear that scarf all the time now. That's kind of his thing. But nothing else. No scarves, no coat, no jacket, no hat. We just get the title belt. So this is a bit of a plain Jane Jericho, but I know there's a lot of Jericho completists out there. You got to get this. If you're a Jericho fan, you got to get this. If you're an AEW completist, you got to get this. This fits a lot of collectors' different niches out there. And then, you know, you got to compare him to the first Jericho, which is a bit of a different Jericho. This is like that Painmaker Jericho. Is that what they called him? The Painmaker? So it is a little different Jericho. So I feel everybody really needs this. And Jericho's the master of reinventing himself into different personas and stuff. And that's really hard for somebody to do that doesn't have face paint masks and stuff that they can, like the Ultimate Warrior can change his look a lot. It stays base, but it looks different. You can get all kinds of different toys out there. Jericho does that with no face paint or any of that kind of stuff. It's different coats, different hats. I'd love to see the face paint Jericho make an appearance one of these days. Maybe we'll get that. But a strong Jericho. Elbows aside, this is better than expected. And we always talk about it on the channel, better than expected is a great thing. Because, you know, you don't have super high expectations. You think this maybe is a pass. This is a good figure. It's a good plain Jane wrestling Jericho. If I was a kid playing, this would be my interview, kind of on the side stage Jericho. This would be my playing Jericho. Hopefully I wouldn't break his arm off, but this would be the playing Jericho. So I would be all in on this one. And I'm all in right now. So I like this a lot, and I like the skin tone. The skin tone seems to be better. Even the 1B is better than the 1A, but this is even better than this one. So I do prefer this one skin tone. Gun to my head, you only have to have one Jericho. As cool as this one is with the accessories, I would go with this Jericho. I think it does look better. The face, the sculpt, everything else looks better. I mean, I guess you could customize. You could put this this body and this coat and stuff on this Jericho if you really wanted to. So that's the genius thing of Jazzware, is you can mix and match and play and do all that kind of stuff. That's not for me, but I know it is for some of you guys. But a very, very strong one, AEW Unrivaled, Chris Jericho. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this AEW Unrivaled Series 6 unboxing and review. Don't forget to give me your comments down below. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the old notification bell, and of course, follow me on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram, and of course, Pro Wrestling Tees. Search out Kyle Peterson, support the channel. So for AEW Unrivaled Series 6, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.